This is the olfactory bulb, and it takes input of odors from the nasal cavity. And this is the longitudinal fissure, and it separates the two halves of the brain. This is the arbor vitae, and it brings motor and sensory information to and from the cerebellum. These are the optic nerves, and they connect the eyes to the brain. And then this is the optic chiasma, and it crosses the optic nerves so that they can go to the right and left sides of the brain. This is the cerebral aqueduct, and it's supposed to transport water from the third ventricle to the fourth. This is the hypothalamus, and its function is to connect nervous system to the endocrine system with the pituitary gland. This is the pineal gland, and it regulates reproductive hormones, and it helps maintain circadian rhythm and produces melatonin right here. Under here would be the mammillary bodies, and they would be responsible for recollective memory. Would be under here. This is the fourth ventricle, and it keeps the brain from trauma. This here's the lateral ventricle, and it cushions the brain. And then this is the third ventricle between the thalamus and the hypothalamus, and its job is to keep the brain from injury, and it transports nutrients and wastes right here. These are meninges, and they're supposed to protect the central nerve system on the brain. This is the cerebrum, and it deals with the thought processes and movements. This is the cerebellum, this bottom part right here, and it receives information from sensory systems, and it coordinates voluntary movements and regulates motor movements. This here is the corpus callosum. Its job is to integrate motor, sensory, and cognitive performances right here.